What's good? What's good? What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G, coming at you all the way live. And welcome to another great episode of Industry Talk. We'll be speaking with my good friend Don Juan Misery out of Kansas City here shortly. But before we get started, um, y'all see the fresh gear, man. Don't act like y'all don't see the fresh gear. Y'all see that Keith Wallace Mind Elevation Tee. Uh, Visit www.keithwallace.org, www.keithwallace.org, and grab your tee, grab your hoodie. Huh? Mind Elevation. You know, we're working on that project. It's coming down the pipeline. We got the docu-series, the documentary Redemption Project in the works. Uh, the collaboration with Keith Wallace and Getty Blue in the works. We'll be shooting a video here in Meridian, Mississippi here pretty soon. It's all going down. So make sure you go grab that Mind Elevation t-shirt or hoodie at www.keithwallace.org. Oh, my bad. You see it. Boss Talk, Podcast 101. Like, share, subscribe, tap in with my man E, CEO, and Miss Jamaica. It's a unique hustle. It's always going down. Before Don Wine joins us here, I always got to talk to you about a couple things that I want y'all to tap into. So let me grab all of them and get a rundown real quick. Um, Up from Nothing, the untold story of how we all succeed by John Hope Bryant. Hmm? Grab that book. What's up, Don Wine? What's going on, brother? Hi, can you hear me? I'm gonna bring you on stage in just a second. Let me get my rundown right quick. Uh, the Memo by John Hope Bryant. Go grab these books. Good financial literacy books. Really good books. I'm reading this one right now. Financial Literacy for All by John Hope Bryant. All right. The Shared Success Blueprint by Tiffany Gaines. And of course, the 21 Keys to Success and the Untold Autobiography by my good friend Freer Ricky Ross. Go visit www.freerrickyross.com and grab those books. And without further ado, we're about to get into this interview with my main man, Don Juan Misery out of KC. So give me just a moment and I'm going to bring Don Juan onto the stage. Let's see. Brother Don Juan,
What up? Is it back good this way like this?
turn it the other
Oh,
way. Turn it the other way. There you
that
go.
way?
There you
There we
go.
go.
Get yourself situated. Get yourself
All
situated,
right.
man. We ain't in no big rush. Get
Yeah, yeah.
situated, man. We ain't in no rush. How you doing, man?
Good, good. Can you hear me good?
I can hear you good. How about me on my end? Am I breaking
Yeah, I
up
can hear you
anything?
real. Yeah, I can hear you real good.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yes, indeed. Hold up, man. Hold up, Don Juan. Wait
Yeah,
a
yeah.
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, man. Looks like you didn't put on some weight, boy. You been eating good over there. You been eating good up there. You're on mute. I think you're muted. Can you hear me? Check your volume. There you go. I don't know. Your sound went out for some reason. I was hearing you just fine a second ago. Get myself situated. I can't hear you, Don. Having a little technical difficulties at the moment while Brother Don Juan's getting his sound straight. Um, like I said, we have the Redemption Project that's coming down the pipeline. Make sure you go grab that Mind Elevation gear at www.keithwallace.org. All right. Boss Talk Podcast 101, where the bosses talk. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all tap in with my main man, ECEO, and Miss Jamaica. Like, share, and subscribe all videos. I still can't hear you, Don Wine. You look good on the camera, though. Everything's straight. All that's good. But for some reason, maybe it's on my end. You think it's on my end? Can you hear me? Try to come out and come back in. All right? Hold on a second. How about now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Don Juan? There you
There
go.
you go.
There you go. What we do?
Yeah, there you go. I just hit the join chat.
Oh, you had to
Trying to
join it.
think. How can you turn can you turn your phone? Do they got a setting where I can turn off my phone?
Um,
In
I
the,
don't
in the,
have my
in the
phone
iPhone.
on.
I got my iPhone. Hold on, man. I gotta, I gotta figure out how to turn this on my phone. I don't know. I'm allowed. There's too much be going on. It's that phone. Get rid of that. Let me see if I can turn off the ringer. Let me see. Oh, I got Wi-Fi. Let me see. I could do this.
Okay. Is you are you getting feedback or something?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. I just can't see you. Now I can see you.
All right. That didn't mess nothing up. Let me try this. Let me see this. Let me see this. Can you see me still? Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you.
This shit's stupid. All right, there we go. Let's work with it.
Okay. I can't see you though. There you
Hold on.
go.
There we go. All right.
All right. Are
All
you getting
right.
some feedback or something?
Nah, I was just trying to. I was trying to make sure my phone. My phone be jerking so much.
Okay. Well, we're gonna hit it and get it, man. We're gonna get
Yeah,
in
yeah,
it. We're gonna chop it up right quick, man.
yeah.
It's good to see you, brother.
Good to
Like
see
I
you
was
too,
saying,
Big G.
man, you putting on some weight, man. You looking good, boy.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. I'm trying to. I'm trying to. It's all muscle, man. I'm trying. You hear me?
Yeah, you been in the gym. I've been seeing the workout footage and stuff, man. I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just ain't got. I
I
just
work. I ain't been to the gym. I've been doing more. I cut off from the weights because you can
okay,
start gaining that weight muscle and it be fake. So I just been doing all natural, the push ups, the little weight, and then it's all gain. You
okay.
see what I'm saying?
A bunch of body
Calisthenics.
weight
Yeah, yeah.
exercises and calisthenics.
Yeah, now I'm about to hit the weights because it's all natural. You know what I mean? So
Right,
you gotta
right.
be careful how you bulk up because then it can bulk up and then it'll be fake. So I got it's real muscle I built on. So blessing
That's
because I
what's up,
was 90
man.
pounds.
Yeah. Well, look here, man. This is what we're gonna do because I wasn't gonna bring this up till later in the interview, but I'm gonna let you introduce yourself because to me you don't need no introduction. I know you, but the audience don't know Don Juan out of KC. You see what I mean? So give them a breakdown on who Don Juan is right quick, and I'm gonna jump right into a question because it has something that I think was very
Mhm.
impactful in what you've gone through in your life. You know what I'm saying? Because you almost died.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So give them
10
a
hours of
breakdown on who
living.
you are first.
I'm a music producer. Actually, I'm a musician first. I love music. I started playing drums and doing music in church. I started like 4 years old. From there, I started getting into hip hop real young. Then I started DJing, rapping. I was always a musician, so I still had that part of me to get to play with some of the great musicians. But then hip hop came in, so I started learning how to do beats and get the drum machines. And then I started DJing a lot of parties when I was like 13, 14, 15. So that's how I got popular in Kansas City, playing
Yeah.
drums at a lot of churches, DJing for a lot of kids. And then probably about time I'm 18, I put my first tape out. 17, I put my first tape out. I went to Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. So I'm a producer, entertainer, musician. End up turning to executive, putting a lot of people on. It's kind of weird when you talk about yourself because I just do it for the passion. I be forgetting everything that I do because I really just do it from the heart. And when you work, I always learn. You don't really brag on what you do. It's just work. So I be forgetting. But yeah, executive producer, producer, writer, songwriter. I pretty much in the business I learned when you're trying to blow up an artist, you kind of got to be everything for them. A manager, they marketing person, they counselor.
Right, right. Everything.
you know, guided, yeah, everything. So I just love the entertainment, and I love helping people, and I like people to be successful.
Okay. So tell me about your relationship with Freeway Ricky Ross, how that was solidified, and give me a little background on your involvement with Freeway Records.
All right, so I actually met Freeway through Tyrone Richardson. Tyrone Richardson's
Okay.
a good friend of Freeway. Now, prior to that, I had been watching him on American Gangster and different different stuff because I knew like you got a rapper from my town called Freeway Rich. He was the first one to put me up on Freeway for real. Then of course we had the rapper, but I feel like Rich the Factor was more kind of paying homage to the whole hustling and street. So I started watching, and I had heard of him, but the internet started coming out, and I told my sister, I said, I'm gonna end up meeting him. And then I remember I ran into Tyrone. He's like, man, you got to meet Rick. That's the homeboy. He just got out of jail. And sure enough, I went to LA. I stayed with Tyrone. And he had a meeting with Freeway with oh boy, the writer for the show. The show about him, the fake show.
Okay. John Singleton.
Yeah, but it was his writer.
Okay.
Well, what I liked about Rick, I was about to leave. He's like, no, you can come to the meeting. So I actually got to see the making of that TV show in the making of the meeting. So that was my first intro with Rick, just like face to face. And then we vibed. And then from there, he had heard about me through QD3. But then he had asked me would I help him with the publishing. But this was years ago. See, that's what people don't know. So I told
Right.
him, yo, however long it take, I'm rocking because I know how people think in the business. They think that things just happen overnight.
Right.
But then after I told him I would do that, I was like, but I'm gonna show you I'm for real. So I'm gonna put this play together with the city. So I actually had him come down and talk to the youth. But then I had a big charity event and had the police and the prosecutors and judges all there. So
Right.
I pulled that
Right.
off, and it
Yeah.
was successful. So then as he started getting deeper into the record side, really it's with Rick got stuff going on and I got stuff going on. So Rick, like, you ready, Don Juan? So he presented me with enough. Rick always presented me with ideas, but I'm like, let me get it together. So this last
Okay.
idea he presented me with, I got started on it, but it started getting so big. And then
Right.
after it started getting so big, I'm like, yo, we gotta really, as Big G would say, we gotta monetize this thing right.
Yeah.
Because if we don't, we can lose it to somebody else.
Yeah.
And ideas are big. So I feel like my connection to Freeway Records and the whole thing, I'm really more like a service. I didn't join Freeway Records to come in and try to take over or try to be the man. I came in to help bring great artists and talent to the label because when me and Rick talked, we had the same view. And then I like his business sense, and then I like his idea, and I like that he know talent when he see it. And then I like that he thought of me to be like, hey Don, I want you to get down with me on this Freeway Records thing and really help. So I told him, however long it take, I know deals take time, I'm in. And then that's where it's been. So now I'm ready to kick off 2025, this project that he came up with and blessed me with. And like I said, I wanted to make sure I got all the components: streaming, the streets, um, radio, relationships, and really make the movement about we want to bring the peace back to the streets. So I think that's a good start because the streets is in an uproar, and the younger artists and younger people as well as adults need to learn how to have a conflict resolution. So that's what it is with Freeway, and I'm anxious to find so much new talent. Even just talk through all the connections now, so much talent that we have ran through. But it takes budget and getting the right team together, and usually artists don't come with that. I always encourage artists to come with the team because it makes it easier. But when you don't have a team and you come to the record label and all everybody, and then it just takes longer. So that's my little hiccup with finding artists. It's always hard to put a team together for them because everybody works so different. And I always encourage artists to get your people together, friends and people that really support you, so you can have a team. So I'm excited to do this with Freeway Records. Misery in the building, Don Juan. Yo, you there? You're in. Uh, yo. You there? I don't know what happened. So Freeway Records. Mike unmuted. What up?
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Yeah. My daggone signal got dropped.
Okay, okay. I was just trying to make sure that was me, Big T.
No, that was me, man. That's why I had to go got daggone look at my router and all kind of
Yeah,
shit.
nah,
Hold on
cause
a
this
second,
my
man.
phone be over here. You know, some reason when I walk in the house, my signal messes up. Then I have to turn it back on and it be high. So I was like, man, I hope this signal ain't dropped in here. And on Wi-Fi, it's just technology be crazy.
Yeah, hold on just a second. Let me
Okay,
get
all
myself
right.
situated. And I apologize for that.
Oh
Cause I
no,
know
man. You know, I understand.
you was talking and man, it was getting real interesting. Shit. Oh Lord.
Technology. Hey, look, G, you remember when the Jetsons used to come on? We used to say we're gonna be able to do this soon.
That's right.
And you know, you seen the Jetsons 3 years before me. 4 years.
Yes, indeed. Let's see. Okay.
I think women in general, what we're taught a woman is devoid of sexual appetite. Like everything a woman is taught, according to society, what a woman is supposed to be, she's not allowed to express that she wants sex. She's not allowed to pursue the man that she wants. You feel me? So got you walking with a purpose. You ain't gonna change a thing, girl, you're perfect. Come to the real thing, you deserve it. Girl, you're looking like the blessing I've been praying for. Girl, this time is up, let me boss you up. I really like fucking you. And I also would really enjoy fucking lots of other people. But I am willing to forego the opportunity to fuck lots of other people. And
Okay. Can you hear me, Don Juan?
Yep.
Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's get back to it, man.
All right, bet.
And my apologies, like I say, I
Oh,
don't know
yeah,
what happened, but
it's
but I
back.
but I dropped out.
All right.
Yeah, good stuff. Uh, but I dropped out, man. A little technical difficulty. But we
How do
back.
we share this? How do I share this on Facebook?
Um,
Man, I need to learn how to use StreamYard.
oh man. Um, I don't know how to share it on Facebook, but I know once we finish recording everything, I'm gonna send you the link, the recorded link, the downloaded stuff, so we can chop and edit how we
Chop it
need
up.
to.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
turn.
yeah, 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 and we can sit there and work it how we need to work it. But
Yeah, yeah. Because you know, I like
back to
promoting.
what we was. Oh yeah, oh yeah, we gonna get it going, man. Because I want everybody to know what you got going on up in KC. A lot of folks don't know that you broke Tech Nine out of the
Yeah.
region. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and I tell folks all the time, man, that I have associations and affiliations with with people that know what they're doing in the industry,
Mm-hmm.
and not just by proxy or something that they heard. You've actually done it.
Mm-hmm.
You know how to work the system. You know how to work the process. You know what it takes to promote and market an artist. So,
And I listen
what?
to other people. So I listen. That's what people don't realize. I don't, all this information is not from me, it's from other successful people that I get it
Right.
from.
That's right. So, what advice would you give in this era of streaming, right, to an
Okay.
artist that is trying to make money? Because it doesn't seem like it's about um, the love of, like you said earlier, the love of the music, or the love of the hustle.
Yeah, the whole
It
deal.
seems
Like
like,
coming into
yeah.
hip hop. Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
so what advice you got for me?
the first advice is that if you're not passionate and really serious about what you're trying to do,
Yeah,
meaning if you're not determined, like some people don't know what it is, what they want. So I always knew that I wanted to do music. I've been thinking about it now as a kid. Since 4 years old, I was listening. I was like, I'm gonna do this, playing drums.
yeah,
So a lot of people get a lot of ideals, and that's okay. You can get the ideal, but the music business, the idea of being an artist, if you don't have the tough skin to get out there, to promote yourself, to get told
right,
no, to get turned down, to keep trying, figuring it out. And I'm literally saying that still happens to me to this day. I don't take it personal because I just know that's just what it is. But a lot of people don't have the tough skin. So my first advice, if you don't have the thick skin to even get out in the mix, to be told no, to keep trying, figuring it out, um, even if you have the right people around you that could put you in a position, they can sign you. That doesn't mean anything. You got to have the thick skin for this.
okay. So thick skin. When you were breaking Tech Nine, when you were moving with Tech Nine, what were some of the things that you learned through that process? Like some pitfalls, and maybe some
Mm-hmm.
things that can help um someone advance that might not necessarily know that it's not all just peaches and cream. There are going to be some peaks and valleys, and some
The
walls that you're going to run into.
the pitfall was when I got with QD3, we already had dropped Mitch Bade in the hood, and we making noise selling units.
Right. Hold up, back up right quick, because that was something that you just hit on something real key. You said you all
Okay.
was already in the hood selling units.
Yeah.
Y'all was already moving mixtapes. Y'all was already moving CDs or
Yeah.
tapes or whatever
CDs
the
and
case may
tapes. Oh
be.
yeah, for real. Pressed
Okay.
up, looking professional, wax. That's how we got the QD3. Because when I gave him the vinyl and CD, he was like, "Damn, they already pressed up," and it looked
Right.
like Interscope somebody did it. Because all I would do when I have my artwork, I'd be like, "Yo, just copy how Interscope look," or Priority. You gotta have. And I just knew that you just got to add the logo. I put manufacturer. Everything looked like the label, like Easy E them. And so when I got that to him, he was already major, so he didn't really understand the independent game like us. They had Bungalow Records, but they still had distribution and different stuff. We was getting. I understood how to go to 10 cities and put them in moms and pops, and that's my money. So when we got to him, one of the pitfalls was slowing down. I'm like, bro, I know we're trying to get a major deal, but we gonna stop. So what happened was, in the midst of the major deal, while we was signed, I still dropped music while Tech Nine was signed major. I didn't care. I broke the rules.
Okay.
So you got to be ready for that. Like,
Right.
you got to be ready. The pitfall was that when I got to QD3, he wasn't slowing us down. Let me make sure I say that. He didn't try to be like, stop that. it just the transition of him doing major stuff, being around his daddy, Quincy Jones, Warner Brothers. They get major deals. We don't know nothing about that. We just like, man, we selling in the hood and being hood stars.
Right.
So that's was a pitfall because when I started going to LA, I wasn't able to focus on selling units like I did. And then after I got done and figured out all the major stuff, and that's when I went back and started selling units. So it was like we dropped the music and then I got the deal. And then once I seen the majors kind of taking too long, I still kept it major, but I was still dropping independent. So I was using
Right.
major connections and still making money while they were saying, why are you putting this out? I didn't care
Okay.
because it was my
All right.
dope. And I didn't
Right.
give
That's
his
right.
masters to
You
him.
got to
I
put
only
it on the
gave him
street.
his masters.
Yeah, you got to put it on the street. Uh, let's segue into something right quick because this is important before
Mm-hmm.
because we got limited time and we had some technical
Yeah.
difficulties, and I'm not gonna hold you because I know you got a lot of stuff going
Oh
on.
yeah, we're gonna keep doing this, Big G, for real.
Oh yeah,
That's what I'm
we gonna
saying.
keep going.
Yeah,
That's
because
right.
I told you I was gonna be ready for the platform. You told me, hey Juan, get ready. You got the platform. I got so many stars we can interview, rappers,
Right.
Yuck Mouth, the radio. So
Right.
yeah, I'm ready for you 2025. You know what I mean? I'm ready.
Good stuff. Um, you almost died, my brother. You came close
Yes.
to checking out this thing. Talk to me about that, man. What took place? You know what I'm saying? I saw you laid out on the table with your stomach wide
Stomach
open,
out.
man. And
Yeah. So what happened?
talk
Make
to
a
me.
long story short, my appendix erupted. And I remember when it erupted, I felt something pop on my side, but I was like, but it erupted, and as it erupted, we started becoming septic. Well,
Okay.
us men don't like to go to the doctor, so I was like, But I remember I telling my assistant and my girl, I was like, I feel like I'm dying, but I was calm about it. And it was June. It was May the 31st. I didn't go. Then June the 1st came. And my wife then, my ex-wife now, she was like, shout out to Chichi. She was like, I'm gonna take you to urgent care. They took me to urgent care.
Yeah.
That's like they didn't see that. And I was like, nah, something ain't right. I'm about to clock out. I went to St. Luke's, this hospital out here. I went to emergency room. They did MRI. So Dr. Muskin came to me, said, I got some good news and bad news. He said the bad news is that you got about 10 hours to live. He said the
Wow.
good news, I'ma try. Key word. He didn't sound me say, I'm gonna try to save your life. And when he said I'm gonna try, it's like, yeah, you're in pretty bad shape. I was like,
Said it to yourself. You're in pretty bad shape.
no, he said that to me. Then I'm saying it to myself. When he said, he's like,
Right.
and I said, I'm in pretty bad shape. I said, damn, how did I get here?
Hmm.
Didn't even know it. So then they brought that white piece of paper out, and that's when I knew it was getting real. And I remember everything that stuck on my head. That's how I live now. I live like he tell me, like, you got 10 hours to live. That's how I live every day.
Okay.
That resonated with me to be like, what would I do? So that's how I live. Like, this is my 10 hours. If God told me like you got 6 hours left, this is what's important for me for that 10 hours.
Okay. So within these 10, how are you clocking that time right now? Because you have a lot of projects that you're working with. You have different
Uh,
artists that you're working with. So how are you
what I
clocking that 10 hours at them 10-hour increments?
what I do now, what I've known since I was a kid. So I'm a drummer. I'm a musician. So the drummer is the key to everybody. But within the drummer, we had the bass player. We didn't always have the bass player. It was the piano player and the organ and some kind of organ. But then you had the bass player, the organ, all the stuff. So what I know how to do with me being a drummer and using my hands and my feet and all that, I learned. What I'm good at doing. I get the best people around me to make things happen. So that's what's happening. With my company, I'm getting the right team of people that is good at marketing, that are better than me. They're good at promoting. They're good at directing. They're good at producing. They're good at that. Kind of like a assembly line, like Barry Gordy. That's my process. So if you got assembly line, you just get the car going. So that's all I do. But people think I built the car by myself, but I really don't. I just get the car and I just pass it to them. And I just keep, so that's what I'm doing. And so I'm getting everybody in the rhythm, getting them deals, getting their credit. And my new way for the industry is that if we can get the artists to understand, like, they didn't sensationalize this big money thing, and that's to own you. But back when music first started doing black, you just was barely could make a living. So if I could teach these artists, like, you can do what you love, afford a home, have good credit, pay your bills, you starting right there. But they don't understand the basics that you got to have to even do music.
Right.
That's the problem we run into. Nobody understands the basics. You got to have the basics of life. You got to have your life in order. You got to have your car. I mean, you just, but they try to do music and then they stop because the music make you quit. The music is like, I tell people, before you become professional, it's like an expensive hobby.
That's right. So let me ask you this, man, because you were close to the Quincy Jones family. Quincy just passed. Rest in
Mm-hmm.
peace to Quincy. How did that impact you when you heard the news?
Oh, it impacted me major because you got to think, like, when I first hooked up with QD3, he called my grandma and them back like, yo, this music is good. But for his proof to see if it's good, he played his music to his daddy. He like, yo, that's how excited he got about hearing our music. He played it to his daddy. He played it for Tupac. So once he played it for his daddy, and his daddy not being a rap, but hearing the melodic of it, for me, because I already knew who QD3 was. Shout out to QD3 too, because he'll see this. I already knew who QD3 was because, I always looked at the credit as a producer. So I already knew he had the LL Cool J back seat in my Jeep, which Monica sampled just one of those days. So I'm a hip hop head. Then I know he did. Ice Cube had did a shout out to Ice Cube. Ice Cube had did a he was on Young TV Raps and he said his favorite producer was QD3. So I looked at the credit and I remember QD3 did the Ghetto Bird and I remember that beat was in Menace to Society, but then Ice Cube rapped on it. So when I went and lived with QD3 and I'm staying with him and I have access to Quincy Jones and all this, the studio, the industry. I think what QD3 did like about me, I never cared to go hang out with the stars. But it was very
Mm,
impactful when he passed away because you got to think when you're chilling with this dude and everybody's kind of like praising him, and then he get me around him, then he praising me, and he like, dude, you know how you talk like, hey man, man, Kansas City, man, it was real heavy, man. Me Count Basie down there, man, really, man. And he be like, man, you remind me of me, man. I always keep it melodic, man. You want to know how to make great music? So these jewels he gave me was just incredible to know Michael Jackson. And then my grandma had predicted I was gonna end up with them. But to be next to Quincy Jones chilling like this, and there go Aaliyah, or to be chilling with Quincy Jones. I mean, let's QD3. We would ride over Ice Cube's house. Or Ice Cube would drop a dad over there. Me and Tech Nine is at the house. And Cube would drop it off. Very impactful. So
yeah.
impactful that the game that I got from the Jones, this is why I'm a monster
Right.
in the business. Because
Okay.
once I learned how the business go with the publishing and record label stuff, imagine Quincy Jones on your voicemail like, yeah, I'm gonna get the boys $500,000. So once I start getting that arena, I understand how the money work. It's one big loan. So once I figured it out, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get myself a loan. And that's why I've
Right.
never been signed major, because once I understood how the record label went, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be the record label. So the
Exactly.
artist don't, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be the record label. Then I did the radio. So everything with the Quincy Jones thing. Then you got to think I'm playing Tupac's disc. I Tupac's original disc. I had it. The reason why I had it is because Kidada gave it to QD3.
Gotcha.
QD3 tell me, protect that disc with your life. Okay? Because it wasn't even out. I'm over here
Right.
banging Machiavelli. You hear me?
Yeah.
In heaven. Everybody coming through. I'm banging them Tupac's new music because I got the original disc. Even when somebody asked me that I take that disc, I could have took it. But I remember people don't remember, they don't forget stuff. And even when I was around QD3, I was a hothead. But I think that's why QD3 liked me, because I get on his nerve, but I never wanted to be around the stars. I always just wanted to work in the studio. Like if he was around stars, or he'd be like one time he was like, man, me and Tech, Tech and Keith about to go over Puffs. I'm like, I'm cool, bro. I'm in the studio. So every time he would be like, he going around all the big rappers or just Daddy and them, I'd be like, I'm cool, bro. So I think that's why
Yeah.
QD3 respected me, because I never got caught up on the hype. And even with him, I think he respected me. Like, you know how people want to meet stars? I never got around him and then made his daddy yet. I'm one of them, like, nah, I rock with QD3.
Right.
It wasn't going like, oh, now I'm in Ice Cube and now I'm trying to get to so-and-so through QD3. No, I was like, no, I rock with QD3.
Right.
So that impact with them, man, it changed my life. I still get tears about it, because the jewels in the game that I got, man, you couldn't have paid millions of dollars for it. Because
Right.
even, let's keep it 100. We all hear things about the industry. You got to think, I skated through that to where they see me like, you know what? We going to leave him alone. Because I was always serious. No drinking. I wasn't even drinking and no smoking. I started drinking a little bit, but I wouldn't. So I was real disciplined. So I think when they sing, and then I wasn't easily coerced. So
Right.
me being thugged
Wasn't
out,
swayed.
yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't swing. So, I always had that. QD3 used to tell me calm down, because I used to always be like, man, I'll fuck the nigga up in a bit. Excuse my French. I do something. And
Yeah.
I'm little, so I used to be like, yo, anybody play with me, anybody approach me that way, I don't care. We gonna tear up the whole room. And if I gotta die, you gonna die too. That's how I've been. That's how I approach in the business. So I think when I was around all of that, my vibe would be like, man, I'm cool. Don't even play with me. Because where I come from, if you make a move like that, if I don't bust your head, that's just gonna be, you're gonna try that again.
Right.
I'm not
That's right.
biting anything. I'm just saying, from my mentality, when I got my deal, where I come from, as
That's
soon as
right.
you play like that, the demonstration got to go down. And that's how I've always
Correct.
operated. The
Correct.
demonstration is going down. And that's really how I operate in the music. Ain't no second time. No, the first time the demonstration got to go down, because if you don't put that down, they gonna keep playing. So that
Right.
was my approach. But then I learned in the business, that ain't gonna get you nowhere. You gotta have finesse. Because you're gonna deal with these people anyway.
Yeah.
You're gonna deal with this publicist who's this way, this lawyer who's this way, this guy who might say, hey, guy, and then you just gotta have that finesse. No. And you gotta look them in the eye to let them know. See, one thing about the industry, you gotta know whatever Henny is that I told somebody what somebody would do. So say if this was a drink, right, Big G?
Yeah.
And they'd be like, Don Juan, man, won't you have a drink with me, right? I'm one of them people, I'm like, nah, you drink it. You drink it first. Don Juan, man, I want to give you something to eat, man. I'll be like, all right, you eat it first.
Yeah. But
Hey, man, Don Juan, you want to hit this
that's you
blunt?
protecting yourself though. That's you protecting
Uh-huh.
yourself. That's you protecting yourself. You
Man, we
know.
got to. So a lot of
Yeah.
times
That's you
when I take
protecting
artists
yourself.
out with me, even to the game, they be ready to kick it and drink. I really want to take nobody because I move really militant, and they thinking it's
Right.
this. I'm like, and now that all this stuff is coming out, people been asking me like, Don Juan, you been, this is really real. I was like, yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's
But it's
real.
kind of,
That's right.
yeah, it's really real, but it's kind of like being on the block. I tell them, like, when you're in a block in the hood, you hear about people get raped, you hear people about getting shot, you hear about all kind of stories, so and so scam, so and so on a run, and that's a secret
Right.
society you don't tell.
Mm-hmm.
If I go on and say, man, I heard so and so on the run, he popped so and so, word might get back to him like, bro, you was chopping up. It's that small, but they don't understand the
Right.
industries like that.
And then it comes back around just that quick. And then
So
you land in the ditch some motherfucking well.
So they don't understand when they be like, well, how did you survive in the streets? I mean, the industry. I was like, the industry is working in the streets. In the streets, they at least know, like, hey, bro, I'm gonna take your sack. It's like that for your industry. They gonna do the paperwork game. Like, hey, Mr.
Right.
Kaysen, if you can sign off on this right here, we're gonna give you 50,000. Just like I heard about, an artist that sold their publishing for 600,000, and now they making millions off of it. These are the type of
Right.
practice. I've never been through that because I learned very young from Quincy Jones,
Correct. Correct.
23, what to do. And I feel like, back to the Freeway Records, the reason why I wanted to work with Rick, because he recognized that a lot of people don't like me to be around him in the industry.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I know what's going on.
Right.
And you're not going to get over my people.
True.
And then I make sure I got, like, being with Freeway at its strength for where I'm from.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm not saying that his Freeway is trying to be some type of Suge Knight or entity. No, that's not what's going on. But I'm saying, when I connected with you guys, it just, for me being in the Midwest in Kansas City, it just made it colossal.
Correct. That's right.
So I'm rocking with it. I'm till I die.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt.
You know what I
You know
mean?
how
You know
we
how people
ride.
like, I'm gonna lead a label and all that. Nah, until I die.
Yeah. We in it. We
Yeah,
in it.
man.
So Don Juan, influences. I need your top three influences that made you want to be a part of this entertainment industry. Your top three influences.
Oh man, so many levels, but since I'm hip hop, because it's different levels. But since
Right.
they know me from hip
I mean,
hop,
because they got different genres too.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean,
So
but
we
any
gon' we
genre,
gon'
any
yeah, since they know me from or hearing about me with the Tech Nine, Don Juan, that part, man, I'm gonna keep it 100. Easy E and
Easy
Ice
E,
Cube
Ice Cube.
and Dr. Dre.
Right.
I tell you why.
That's a nice list. Easy, Cube, and Drake. All right.
Yes.
So let what's the why? I normally don't ask the why,
The
but I want
why,
to
no,
know
I'm
the
gonna tell
why.
you the why. You gonna blow your mind. Man, this nigga you Easy E used to call me. So when I first got I was buying records, Priority's number was on the phone.
Right.
Easy's number was on there. I started calling Easy and he picked up. Easy E started calling me back. And now me, Easy E, and built this relationship over the phone.
Right.
I'm telling Easy E, like, yo, I'm getting my music together, I'm getting my beats, I'm gonna let him check this out. So for like a whole year, me and Easy was on the phone, but I'm always one of them people. I kind of fell back and started getting my music together. So when I got the Easy E, Easy Does It, and when I seen his name, executive producer Eric Wright, this is 86. No, not this is 87 on the, because they didn't have it on the McCullough record. See, I got the CIA record when Q was in CIA with Sir Jinx and KD. I got the Boys in the Hood McCullough record. You know, I'm from that era with Fat
Right.
Girl on My Jock on it. And then when I'm seeing Dre makes the beat so goddamn funky, I'm hearing this, and I'm influenced by all the other producers, Herbie Lovebug, Larry Smith, but because of Easy E started calling me and building that rapport with me and motivate me to do it, I'm telling Easy, I'm going to be like him.
Come on.
So when you look at my look, all my pictures, all they used to say is, you look like Eazy-E.
Okay. Because you was emulating and
I
looking
was,
up to the person that you was on
I
the phone
still
with.
do. I still do.
Yeah.
Like, my whole swag is easy. Like, if they pay attention, if they really watch me out, my whole demeanor is like of an Eazy-E, because that's my first mentor. And then that's how I got into the West Coast.
That's a good why. That's a good why.
That's a good
Did you
why
build a
in it.
relationship with that man?
Yeah, no doubt. And then
Yeah.
I got a homie named John Harris. If he see this, he's Eddie Gifford's cousin. John Harris, they call him Riz. He tells everybody. He just told Eddie Griffith, he said, bro, Don Juan was talking to Eazy-E when we was in the 8th grade. Eazy-E be on the phone with all of us, playing a record, the real Eazy-E, to the point to where when they didn't believe me, call him back out there on the number in LA. So that's how that started. And then from there, even with QD3, I was looking for Gonzo, his street knowledge. I was looking for these guys, trying to get to them, and I ended up getting on the West Coast. And the reason why I got on the West Coast, I land on that one, is because my cousin Doris stayed in Compton. I got pictures in that. I went to LA every summer and stayed for the summer for 3 months. So that's what nobody don't know. Right. When they didn't see me in the summertime in Kansas City, I was in LA.
You in LA?
Proof, I got the pictures, everything. My auntie and them tell everybody, like, y'all didn't know Juan. And sometimes I'd be here, but when my grandma on my father's them side, I was my grandparents, both sets took care of me. So I was in LA for the summer. And then that's how I was able to go out there and get the record deal, because if I was in New York for the summer, I would have went to New York. But because I was used to LA and my family was out there, that's what made me like, oh, I'm gonna go to the West Coast. Then my auntie stayed in Compton. I got pictures with me in the jungle. Yeah. You know what I mean? My cousin Shirley and them stayed off of Orange Street and Apple Street. My cousin, my auntie Chris stayed off of Normandy. You know what I mean? My one cousin Blood. My cousin Kermit got killed trying to hustle in St. Louis. My one cousin Keisha, Blood, Bounty Hunter Blood. From Bounty Hunt, you know what I mean? So I got a lot of roots that people don't know.
Got a lot of history.
Yeah, I don't even say nothing because that ain't what it's about. You just come out there and work. So yeah, that's my take on the business. Cause man, I always used to feel like if they knew my plan, they would try to kill me. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that is that I really got a real plan to save artists, but if they know my plan, so that's why I don't say nothing, because like me and you talk about, independent is the key.
True. All the time. The best way to go.
You get so many artists, they want to be attached to that big name. Even when they want to be attached to my name, they be like, man, if I could just hook with Misery, Freeway, I'd be like, bro, just start it on your own first. Yeah. Because I'm not trying to scam you. I don't want to take your property that God gave you from your mind. Right. And then it ain't even ready to do business too. You ain't even ready, bro. Like, people now ask me, like, what's it to take to get the Freeway records? Could I get them signed? Do I have that type of access? I really be lying to them, like, no, I don't. But they starting to figure it out because y'all post me, you be posting me and all that. They're like, man. And I be like, bro, with the Freeway records thing, bro, I be like, I mean, are you really ready to eat? Let everybody eat. Then I got to present it. I said, there's two ways you can come in. I said, you can come in as a service if you say you independent. Because that's what people say. I'm an independent artist. So in my mind, Big G, I'm like, okay.
Then you get the a la carte services. That's right.
Because when I told QD3 we was independent, I had the money.
Correct. And you got to have a bag to go.
Yeah. So when they say independent, then I'm like, oh, okay, you got your bag, and then we can take a little percentage and you break bread, and then we can help. Because even even if you paid us for our time, you couldn't possibly pay us for our time unless you got
Right.
thousands of dollars, because we all are worth this. So we can do a fee with you, get you in position, take a fee from you, a smaller percentage, while you take the bigger percentage, but you got to have the budget. But then I tell them now signing you and I'm creating a budget is a whole nother language.
Definitely is. Mhm.
Now you about to get
And that's like speaking Japanese to a motherfucker because they don't get it. They're not
they
gonna
don't
get it.
get it right. So now they be like, what do you mean? Well, you're gonna give me a little bit more aggressive. Now you start gonna start feeling like I'm a Suge Knight because I'm over here like, yo, I'm telling you, you ain't leaving going to Puff, yo. Nobody. I need my
Right.
money.
I
They
need
don't
my money.
understand that. They don't understand that.
Right.
They think it's personal. So you're gonna try to leave and get the deal. Then when you say I need my back end, they don't understand none of it. They think like, man, I can go to Don Juan, I can go to Big G, I can use Freeway's platform, and that's gonna take me to Puff and Warner Brothers, and then I'm gonna do it with them and then leave them out, and they don't even know they should be taking all of us with them to the major. So I feel like we're the next new. In my heart, I know for a fact God told me we're the next majors. We the new
Right.
majors.
I agree
The
with you.
big five. Shout out to Warner Brothers. Shout out to Universal because Universal be clearing a lot of stuff for me. So hey,
Right.
I'm with y'all. But it used to be BMG, Warner Brothers, Sony,
Right.
MCA,
Atlantic.
which is Universal Atlantic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now Chris Cross.
What up, Drew?
Look, I want you to say hi to the people on my interview live for Real Talk. Say hi to the people.
What's cracking?
What's going on, Chris Cross? What's good
Yeah.
with it? What's good with it,
What
Chris Cross?
That is Big G, Chris Cross with Freeway. I'm on a live interview. Chris Cross is my assistant, y'all. She's the creator of Dating the Dime. She's the reason why I'm on the internet. She's the reason why I even got a phone. I would never get a phone to get on the internet. She brought it for me because I just didn't want to deal with the internet. I didn't want to be seen. She's the one that got me to do the reality show. Just everything,
Right.
y'all. I'm the opposite because I'm like I didn't want to be seen. I like to be like the mobster, hide out. And she just basically told me that's cool, but you're gonna kind of fade away because times has changed. And
Times are changing.
also one more thing Chris Cross did for me. When Mac Dre came out, I hadn't heard the record. Mac Dre had a new record out, and he said Don Juan did the beat, and I never heard it. And she said, "You ain't heard your Mac Dre record?" Mac Dre had called me and told me, "Cuddy, I put your name in the record, but I still hadn't heard it yet." And I pulled up on my friend Rachel, and Chris was playing the record, and she is the first person that let me hear my Mac Dre record, and that was it's still special
That's
to me.
what's up.
Yeah,
Big shout out to Cross. Big shout out to Cross. Yes,
yeah.
indeed. Big shout
That's
out.
Now Big G, now this is what because Chris Cross and then Big G has, I have all the access to the platforms, Freeway Records. Now, me and Chris is gonna do a show called Conversation with Chris, and that's where we gonna get all the Don Juan conversation, everybody. So Chris Cross, let
Good
me call
stuff.
you back. They heard you live. Now you got exposed to the people. Chris Cross, y'all didn't see me with Chris Cross with Rick. She be everywhere. She's the one that ran Rick around. He felt safe with her. She's the one make sure he's good. She's the one to make sure he ate good. She's the one that picked him up. She's the one in LA. Yeah, Chris Cross is the one that makes sure I'm good. When I just was out there in LA with Rick, she's the one that makes sure I got there on time and make sure I'm good. And I miss her because she ain't been around because she been busy. But I need your ass back. So shout out to Chris Cross. I call you back.
all right, man.
All right, bet. Yeah.
Bye.
So that's an
what's up.
example of one of my team members, y'all. So everybody think I do it by myself. It's impossible.
It
And I got
is.
a great
It
team.
is. It is. Okay. So let's talk about this because we're gonna close it out here in just a
Okay.
second.
I love talking it up to G. We talk like
Yeah, I
this
know.
off the camera.
I just try we talk about it all day. A lot of people don't realize that, man. I'm talking to my friends. I ain't talking to,
Yep.
industry
Yep.
plants or people that I just find on the internet or some shit. You
Right.
guys, these are my friends that we talking to, and we're in this business together, building
Yep.
this together. Um, so it's important that I bring this out because number one, you talked about Yuck Mouth and some other names. I need some of the artists. Give me your artist roster that you want to expose or that you want to present to the public right now that you're working neck and neck with
Um,
that you want to put
I'm gonna
some
tell
to
you,
put some
I haven't
shine
worked
on.
neck to neck with them, but I'm in love with Keith Wallace. I want to
Keith
blow him up in
Wallace.
the Midwest.
That's
I,
right. That's right.
and the reason why I say Midwest, don't get that twisted. International, national, but I try to tell people you got to start with markets and regions.
Correct.
So that's what I mean. I'm always want to blow up artists, national, international, but I'm in the Midwest. This is my region.
Right.
Then I have
Just like I'm in the
Giuliano.
South. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I have Giuliano.
Hmm.
That's my
Giuliano.
son. He's
Okay.
talented. He raps, sing, dance, make beats. And then I got my cousin, my Jan. She's a dope singer.
Mayan.
And
Okay.
yeah. And then I got a bunch of dope rappers like T-Ron, King Kihi, um,
Oh yeah.
E
Okay.
School.
That's right. Oh yeah.
Shout out to SJ out there in Topeka. E School, I said. Shout out to Father Figure. Man, it's a movement going down. So if
It's a
anybody I
it's
forgot,
big.
yeah, if
Okay.
anybody I forgot, Freeway Records, that whole thing, the peace rally we got. Oh my
Right.
God. Yeah, it's a lot, but we ready for it. And
That's right.
shout out to everybody. So it's a lot of y'all. If I miss anybody, it's nothing personal.
We can
It's a
get him on
lot.
the next reel.
Yeah, we gonna get y'all and know that it's all
Yeah.
love, even if we not mentioned.
Yeah. So tell them how to reach out to you on social media. Because you say you
Um,
don't really deal with it a lot, but you got a Facebook,
yeah,
and
I do now because I had to get used to it. I didn't really like it, but now I learned
yeah.
the balance of it. So I am available everywhere. I am accessible through my platforms. The cool thing about all my platforms is all one name. I learned that in marketing. I actually remember Sway saying that years ago on the radio. So y'all can find me anywhere. THATSDONJUAN. Once again, THATSDONJUAN. That's Don Juan. Instagram, Facebook, X. I gotta do my X. Snap. That's Don Juan on Spotify.
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. No, my LinkedIn is under my real. No, it's under Don Juan.
Okay.
It's under
Okay.
Don Juan. I'm on the LinkedIn under Don Juan. But all my music, everything, social networks, that's Don Juan. Because what they can say, man, who did that techno? Oh, that's Don Juan. Man, who did that record? Oh, who did that Young Mom? I mean, who's that from Kansas City? Oh, that's Don Juan. Man, who did? Oh man, you know what I mean? That's the whole thing.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Brilliant
Yeah.
strategy. Brilliant strategy.
You like
So
that, G?
I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
That's why I'm about to change mine to that's Big G.
Hey, for real, no. No, I'm gonna keep it real. My homegirl, she got hers called That's Erin Stacy, and really people then that's really a movement. I'm
Right.
starting because it's basically said when you say, well, who is Big what Big G? Big G with the comedy store. That's Big G. That's
Uh-huh.
that's that
Uh-huh.
thing. That's it. That's Big G. Well, who is that? What's the first name? Oh, that's Big G. I mean, who did the comedy? Who's that with Freeway? Oh, that's Big G. Well,
Yeah.
it didn't work for me when I didn't have no name. So I had to get the
Right.
name hot. Okay, who's
Right.
Misery? Oh, that's Don Juan. Man, who that little short dude? Man, that's Don Juan right there. Man,
Yeah.
who did that thing with Freeway? Oh man, I think that's Don Juan. I think that's Don Juan. Hey. So I had to come up with all these things. So when I get to people like yourself, Tiffany Games, as I need management for my acting, I got all y'all my career, and I'm looking younger. I want to make sure when I come to Freeway Records and Rick and you guys, the team, y'all can say, you know what, we like this guy Don Juan. He's professional. He's rocking with us. We don't got to tell him what to do. We don't have to babysit him, and he's willing to work hard and earn his way.
That is awesome. Hey, you wrapped it up. You couldn't have said it no better. I mean,
That's
that's
just the
that.
real, man.
Hey, that's
That's
right.
the other thing. Advice I want to give to artists: become more loyal.
Oh
Don't
man, speak
um
on that, man. Don't just close it.
yeah
Speak on that.
yeah. I'll speak on that real quick. What I mean by loyal, too often I feel like just people, period, in general, working in the industry, think things are going to happen overnight. So that's what I told Rick, and I think that's what Rick appreciated. I said, "Hey, bro, I ain't jumping on Freeway Records just because I think you about to do a movie or your book. I'm in it for the long haul, up or down.
Right.
Um, short term, long term meaning. Short term meaning, hey, it be sweet some minute. Might find a long term artist or a short term artist, but whatever it is, I'm in the long term. So I wish artists would get back to being loyal and not thinking they can click hop. Because once you start that's like me trying to go get with who's somebody I respect highly, Big Meech.
Yeah.
I work with Fruit. I work with Rich the Factor, and used to kind of hear about that situation through Rich the Factor. But what I'm saying, I don't click hop. You know, I wouldn't meet Harry O with Rick, and I'm just throwing out some names that I could possibly meet, and
Hmm.
then be like, I'm over here with Death Row Records.
That's right.
I don't go meet
And
Snoop, and then now I'm like, nah, we Freeway Records.
right, right,
So
right.
I
And
want
we
more
want
artists to
and
understand
we
that
all
part.
have run across people that have done that type shit.
Oh man, it said a rampant.
Okay.
It said an all-time
All
high.
time, all time high. Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
so that's what I encourage to do. That's my word on the artist. Like, yeah, you can make music and do all of that. That's cool. Make beats, rap, but if your loyalty's not there for your team, everything else is gonna fail.
It's gonna
Because
fail.
then you won't be
Okay.
loyal to yourself.
That's right. That's right. And we're gonna close on that, Don Juan, because that's a great message to close out on.
Yeah.
Look, man, I appreciate you. You know I love you to death.
Love
Everything
you
that you
too,
got
bro.
going
Big
on up
bro.
in KC, man.
Let me
Yes,
let me
indeed.
let me tell this
Yeah, go
story
ahead.
while we're
Yeah,
recording.
yeah.
I'm out in LA. I didn't really know Big G what he did. Like I know he's important because I remember when Rick said, "Man, you need to talk to Big G, and, you know the gang." So I'm out in LA, and when people say, "Why are you talking like that?" Because I want to get the story. I'm dramatical with it. I'm out in LA, and I get a phone call. It was like Illuminati phone call, and I go, "Hello." Big G said, "Look up. I see you on camera." If that shit didn't, if that didn't spook me, when I seen Big G do that, I said I ain't playing with him. You do what? Listen, let me tell y'all about that. This is what happened to guys, and I land. The reason why I thought that was just so amazing because if he was looking for me, if I had did something wrong, this is how y'all get beat up out here. This is just so. Thank God I'm not into nothing. I'm not doing that because when he told me to look up, it could have been a beat up, but it wasn't.
But,
Big G's
but,
code.
but where was I? Where were you at? You were in LA, right?
Okay, that's what we get into. I was in
Oh,
LA and
okay.
you was in Mississippi. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I'm landing to. Yeah. So when guys can find you like that and you ain't paying attention, Okay. Yeah, so that's why I respect the Illuminati, the peoples that know how to work these internets. These I call the internet the Illuminati. nigga find you anywhere. You hear me, Big G?
Anywhere.
I'm not saying, I'm clarifying now. I know the people. I didn't say Big G was Illuminati. I didn't say that. I just said he found me like he was Illuminati or something.
Thank you for correcting that.
Yeah. You
You know,
know.
people take shit and run with shit. You
Run
know
with
what
it.
I'm
Yeah, they
saying?
be like, Don Juan over here said Big G fine and I'm looking out for him, man. I'm scared to talk to Big G, man. He might look out for me. No. I'm just using a paraphrase, being funny, but yeah, he looked up and
Oh,
found me. So yeah, that's how they find you in the game. So salute to Big
yes,
G.
indeed.
That's my
Yes,
story, my Big
indeed.
G story. So no, I enjoy it, man. We're gonna do more. Matter of fact, we gotta
Yeah.
get a matter of fact, we'll talk later so you can tell me how StreamYard, because I've been wanting to get it, but I don't know. And then I'm like, I did have it, but it went higher. Because
Right.
when I first had it some years ago, it was cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
got to use. So we're gonna top it up, and then
Yeah, we'll
we're gonna
chop it
get.
up. But you know
Yeah,
the,
we're
the
gonna, because
beautiful
the
thing about it,
platforms. You know, I'm working on that 103 deal. So once I hit this radio, we
right.
on.
And that's where you'll start seeing the revenue. And so the cost of what StreamYard is wouldn't even matter because you're seeing the revenue generated through
Right.
what it is that you're
Okay.
producing.
Well, I'm ready, Big
Yeah.
G. I
Yeah.
love y'all. I
Okay.
love you, bro. I always love talking to you. I love that I can call you. Let me tell you something about Big G. Every time I call Big G, he answers.
Oh
And I
yeah,
know he
without a
don't do
doubt.
that for people.
And I don't.
I know you don't. That's why I got it. That's why I'm letting people know who I'm dealing with. Man,
And I do
salute.
not. I do
Yeah.
not.
And I'm on my
Um
way to
and
Mississippi too. I got people in
yeah,
Tupelo all down in Mississippi, so I got to get to Mississippi.
so you know we jumping off the comedy nights at Trio Thursday nights. December 19th is gonna be our first jump off the porch with Jay Braswell, comedian Jay
Wow.
Braswell. He's coming in working the room. It's gonna be all the way live. You know, JB was running with Bubba Dub still and
Yeah.
doing all of
Wow.
that with BDE. So and of course he was with Shiloh Sanders and Primetime and all those guys at one
Wow.
time. So he's living in Alabama. He's actually
Okay.
originally from Alabama, but he's living in Alabama. He's close to me, so he can come down and work the room every Thursday night. So
Oh,
we're
that's
starting
big.
to bring in. I'm talking about major comics from everywhere
Wow.
working that room on Thursday nights, man. So one of
Yeah, I'm
these
gonna
one
get
of
down
these
there for that. I just been
opportunities,
catching
come
up
on
on my
down.
bills,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
almost caught up, and I can boogie. You know, when you get
yeah.
behind. See, the other thing I want to say this to the artists: stop lying and fronting. If you're
Oh
in this
yeah,
music business, it costs money.
it does. It
And
does.
if you like, I got a nice place. I live in a nice place. You can make a choice of having a roof over your head or trying to floss. I never tried to do that. So when I do get my
Right.
money, I do the right thing. So I'm almost at
Correct.
the clear where I can travel. But one of my cars, the motor went out, the transmission went out. Oh man, life
Hmm.
hits. And that's what people have to understand. While you're trying to do music and do your love and everything, life still hit.
Yeah,
You can't cry
that's right.
about it. You have to just solve the problem.
Solve the problem. And that's, man, come on, man. You said a mouthful, Don Juan. And a lot of people don't tell that truth. They want you to think that everything is just peaches and cream and they got
No,
it made and it's coming by the
no.
boatload, you know.
Nah, I get
Come on,
tough. Like
man.
I give them example. Sometimes I might get behind. Sometimes I've had to pay my bills 3 months or 2 months. So I paid $12.75. Well, I had it licked for five. Half of that was gone in the rent.
Yeah,
Gotta
yeah,
re-up quickly.
yeah.
And I go out and kick it. So when I go out, I'm spending $100.
Mm.
Unless somebody let me in. You hear me? I'm down one.
Right.
I gotta buy the drinks for the people. I gotta pay to get in. I'm down
Mhm.
one. So I be telling my budget's big, bro. I, you got to be serious. You feel me
Yeah.
about this music and my connection. So no, it's love. I don't want the people to think that they do like now what's going on in the industry. Everybody's broke. Not everybody for us, the powerful people in the back, but the artists, they not doing as good. That's why you don't see nobody on tour.
But you know what
That's
that
why.
is?
Why?
Financial literacy, money management.
Yep. And that's what we want to do at Freeway Records.
Correct.
and the Misery team. And I'm gonna let everybody know when y'all see Misery Freeway, y'all don't understand. I've always been a production. When I started Misery, that was me. When you look up Misery Entertainment, my name is on a lot of production that I did down one for Misery Entertainment. So when I look at Freeway Records out in the West Coast and Rick's name, I feel like just me alone. I'm not excluding the team, just me. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make from Don Juan being in the Midwest, Freeway the biggest label because we need that type of action down here. A real record label, real productions, real management that have access to the world because we right in the middle. So I'm
Right.
anxious to get our offices and Freeway Records down here and all the business, and we create these partnerships and not just with distribution with Monster energy drinks or whatever business, and
That's right.
really get the
Whatever
kids
lane.
and teach them how to
Yeah.
get in their homes and your bills pay that and really get some music going. So I feel like we the new Motown. I feel like we the new
Yes.
Stax Records. We the new Chess Records.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We the new Atlantic. We the new Warner
Right.
Brothers.
That's right.
We the
That's
new,
right.
we the new MCA. They all started just like us. So I think that's where I'm at with it. And put $1 million together, you unstoppable. And we just got to put the right artists that understand it's selling. It ain't just spending at one time. That's the problem with the artist. Yo, I want a video done. No, bro, go sell me some t-shirts. Go sell some
Right.
t-shirts. Go sell me 50 of them. Bring me some money back. See?
Bring some money back. Yeah.
Bring some money back. That's gonna
Yeah.
allow you to touch the people and meet people, and it's gonna really see what you made of. Because everybody ain't
Right.
gonna want to buy your t-shirt. That one girl gonna be like, no. You're gonna get an attitude with her and be like, thanks, mom. And she gonna be like, I like his
Mm-hmm.
attitude. So attitude makes
Mm-hmm.
a big difference on what we're allowed to do in life. And because we don't have the best attitude is why we don't have the best results.
True. Okay.
So
Well, Don Juan, look, man. Um, it's been an awesome conversation,
yeah, man, come on, man.
and
We can do
I'm
this
telling
all
you, look,
day.
when we go back and chop back through some of these
Yeah, clips.
clips and sound bites, you be like, damn, I said
Yeah,
that's
be
some cold
forgetting. Yeah,
ass
I
shit.
do forget
That's
too.
some
And
cold
you,
ass shit.
yeah, and I can't wait because man, what I'm saying, I'm pushing. My numbers is going up. I'm
Yeah.
ready to take it to the next level, and basically, like I said, I'm pushing a real movement. I'm not out here faking. I'm not out here trying to pretend. I want people because we have been misled in the industry, and I just was fortunate to know young, but a lot of people think we don't go through it, and even rich people. Big G, you can be making. I'm not counting your money. And let's say you making 30,000 a month. And you did that, your car still might break down.
Right. Yeah.
And not break down as if it's raggedy. You can hit a pothole.
Shit happens. Yes.
Things happen,
Life
and that's what
happens.
people don't
That's right.
understand that
Mm-hmm.
everything really life is perfect if you look. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So if you look like with my situation, I keep going, but my situation, when they people like, man, when I be like, I'm happy that happened to me, they like, what? You happen to go through that surgery? You happen to get cut open? You almost happy to almost die? Yeah, because it really made me appreciate and really go harder. Because whatever don't kill you, make you stronger.
Make you stronger. Yeah.
That's what people are afraid of.
And you went through it. I'm gonna say you was on your deathbed. You know what I'm
Can't
saying?
be
The
scared.
doc, the doc said what? The good news and the bad news, and the
Gotta
good news
fight.
is I'm gonna try to save you. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try
You
to
gotta,
save
yeah,
you.
and you gotta fight. So we gotta do that in
Yeah,
life. We gotta fight for life.
yeah,
We gotta
right.
fight for our people. We gotta fight for our health. We gotta fight. We gotta fight for what we believe in. That's it.
Okay.
So I can't wait to
Okay.
chop this up and get it. Ooh, I know I be forgetting, man. They need to hear this, Big G. More to come.
They do.
And then,
They
Big G,
do.
what
A
I
whole
want to
lot
go
more
ahead
to
and
come.
do on this too, and you
Yeah.
already told me you can do it. I'm gonna get it to where I got the producers panel where I'm gonna get like some of my little Ronnie,
Okay.
Moshe, different
Yeah.
people on here. We
Moshe
get some
Ben Yada.
MC games. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
All right.
good stuff, man.
All
Good
right.
stuff. I
Happy
appreciate you,
holidays
man.
to you. Happy
Oh
holidays to
yeah,
everyone that's gonna see this. Happy Thanksgiving,
definitely.
Christmas, Kwanzaa,
All
all
that
that
good
stuff
stuff.
that y'all do.
Yeah,
Happy holidays.
yes, indeed. And as always, to everybody out there, linked in with us, tapped in with us, make sure you go get those books I talked to you about, 21 Keys of
Yep.
Success, Free Ricky Ross, Untold Autobiography, www.freerickyross.com. And make sure you go to keithwallace.org, order your
Yep.
shirt, order your merch. You see what I'm saying? Mind Elevation, Boss Talk, Podcast,
Yes,
101.
sir. Shout out to the
Like,
Boss Talk
share,
podcast. We got more
and
coming, baby.
subscribe. Yes, indeed, all day long in prime time. We in the building. Y'all know what it is. And it's always about health, wealth, and wellness. So stay
Yep.
dangerous, my people. Stay dangerous.
Stay
And
dangerous, Big
we've
G.
had another great episode of Industry Talk. My main man Don Wine in the building. Appreciate you for stopping through, man. And like you said, we're gonna keep this rolling. We're gonna keep it going. And because we got so much more that we got to get to the people, Don Wine. So much
Yeah,
more.
yeah, we really do. Cause I'm really Big G. Reason why I got it, cause I'm seeing it's bothering me to see all these grown men arguing on YouTube.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And the
It's
kids is
crazy.
hearing it.
I,
So I'm
I
like,
don't get
okay,
that.
we got to push another
Yeah.
agenda. All right,
Yeah,
that's
we gotta have some intellectual conversation.
yeah,
We gotta
yeah, all
we
that
gotta
going on. I get it too. I ain't mad at it because they get money. Because I'm in the entertainment. I ain't knocking it. But yeah, we need
I'm
some
not
more
knocking
substance.
nothing that anybody does. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
we.
let me say this. Let me say this because
Mm-hmm.
it's generational, right?
Yeah.
I didn't listen to. I mean, I did listen to the music that my grandfather played and my mama because I'm just that type of old soul when it comes to music.
Mm-hmm.
But when I started listening to, rap, hip hop, and some R&B
Mm-hmm.
that definitely they weren't into, they had an issue. So even present day, you might have a Sexy Red or a Swati or Swaty
Mm-hmm.
or some of these kids. Man, I love their music. You know why?
Yeah.
Because that's them expressing themselves. That's
Yeah.
them with their self-expression. So are you telling me that when Luke fought for that freedom of speech, you see, people forget that Uncle Luke
Yeah.
fought for
Hey,
that.
Luke was nasty with it too. All that and that helped us. If he didn't do that, we wouldn't be able to be rapping like we rapping now.
Like we
At least
rapping
getting
right
paid
now,
from it.
present day.
Right.
Okay. So the evolution of that is, do we sit there and put ourselves back into a corner, back ourselves into a corner, to whereas now you're legislated on and restricted on what you can say in the whole
Mm-hmm.
9 yards? Or do you respect the fact that you can speak your mind? You see? And
Yeah.
that's why I say when those kids are sitting there, it might be vulgar to some people. It might be vulgar to some people, but at the same time, I don't live your type of life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You
Cause
got
we
some
did it.
guys. Hey,
My mom and my
exactly.
grandma was like, boy, turn out that boogity now. You need to be playing.
Okay, but at the same time, we're making it seem as though if we take all of that booty shake music off the shelves or we eliminate it. Hold up, wait a minute. We closing businesses at that point. Strip clubs want to
And it
close at
ain't gonna
that point.
change nothing, is what you saying. They gonna still keep shaking the booties, doing all that.
Thank you. That's my point.
Yeah.
Because it's what people like, and they're actually making sure that their customers and their clients are getting what they want.
It is what it is, ain't it? And it's been like that. I've been looking at this the 1900s. What's that girl named Josephine Baker? They was off the
Right.
train back in the 20s and 30s.
Yes. Yes.
And they was twerking. And they didn't have
Oh
no
yeah.
and
They-
there wasn't no trap beat back then. So,
no, it wasn't. It wasn't.
so
It
what
was.
was it?
It was getting money.
That's what it is, Big G.
It was getting money. Let's get to this money. Let's make some sense of what we're doing. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? It wasn't just for fun. It wasn't for the. So if you got a sexy red that's out there, so okay, here's the analogy, and this is how I'm thinking about it. We gonna sit there and look at this little girl and dog her out, or talk about her, or consensus say people, not me. I'm just saying people in terms of what she's singing about. But she's out here doing it in a fashion and in a way to where it's respectable, right? Regardless of how you feel about what she's talking about. But you don't sit there and tell the female that's in the back alley sucking on the dick for $20 or fucking for $50 a damn thing. You don't say shit about that. which is crazy to me. This little girl is making millions off of her art. Uh-oh, I lost the Don Juan, but that's all good. Either which way it go, we about to close this thing out. I think we had some technical difficulties again with Don's system. But hey man, it's serious out here. You know what I'm saying? So the best thing for you to do is to mind your own damn business. Take care of your shit. Take care of your house. Make sure your shit good. Instead of worrying about what everybody else got the fuck going on. But it's been good. It's been real. It's been fun. Industry talk. Another great episode. Big G closing this thing out with my main man Don Juan Misery. Had fun today, man. A lot of great information that we're gonna chop out of this thing for you. Um, y'all be good, beautiful people. Be good.